What's going on? What's happening, good people? It's the Poor Black Man. You know I respect your time and your intelligence. I want to talk about the children in my comments, the teenagers in my comments, because sometimes when I get a wild comment that makes no sense, I'll go to the profile and see who it is. And I'm starting to see more and more children in the comments, and then I go see who they follow, and I'm just like, wow, like that's really unfortunate for somebody to be so young with this skewed outlook on life already. I mean, you haven't even lived life, and yet you have this messed up perception of relationships and women. And I was talking to one of my boys. He's an educator. He's got his PhD. Somebody from Oakland, mouthful of gold teeth. You may have seen him on the internet. He's got a significant following. He told me that he talked to a group of middle schoolers, and he asked them, what they wanted to be, and he said all of them wanted to be YouTubers, which is crazy. As me being 37, I wanted to be Michael Jordan. I wanted to be like Snoop Dogg when I was young. I didn't want to. I mean, there was no YouTube or no Instagram, and the thing about that is anybody can present themselves as quote unquote successful on the internet. Like, all you have to do is wear the right clothes and say the right things. I mean, you can put on a watch. Nobody can verify if it's real or not, from the internet. But if you're taking advice from people who are only interested in making money, and you're only 15 years old, there's a reason why depression is on the rise and suicides are on the rise, especially for young people. People are expecting life to work a certain way based on the influencers that they follow. And when their life doesn't pan out the way they intend it to, or the way they want it to, or they're unable to buy the things that they see on the internet, they start to look in a mirror and wonder, what am I doing wrong? Is something wrong with me? Why can't I buy that? I followed everything. I followed the rules. I read the book. I listened to all of the live streams, and still I'm not having success with women. The women don't like me. That leads to depression and suicide. So it's very disturbing to see so many teenagers in my comments defending, this older gentleman who has had a very rough life. Let me tell you something. When we talk about receipts, all you need is somebody's first and last name. If you knew my first and last name, you can look up my whole life. And if you knew my first and last name, and you looked up me, you would be like, damn. You would be like, that nigga ain't poor. That's all you can say. That's all you're gonna be able to say. You're gonna be like, he ain't poor. But it's very obvious that I'm not a poor guy. It's very obvious. Whatever you define as poor. But you can look up anybody. All you need is a first and a last name. And when people pull up the receipts or the history on the people that are telling you that your value is low, and you find out that those people in January of 2021 had child support issues at that time, when you find out that this person who is supposed to be high value and making a lot of money owes money that was supposed to go to provide for a child, if you are willing to ignore that, then you are lying to yourself. Young people, I'm telling you, be careful with who you follow. If you follow the wrong people, you are going to live a life of misery. Because in the real world, I dare you to put your face on camera. I dare you to start spitting that red pill rhetoric at work. I dare you to say it in the public. What flies on the internet, what flies on YouTube, none of that stuff flies in the real world. Nobody is going to walk into a room full of men and women and say black women are trash. It's not gonna happen in real life. I want you to try it. I want you to go into your barbershop full of black men, and say black women are trash. Try it. Try that shit. You're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Be very mindful of who you follow, and I wish you all much success, young people. Nothing but the best. I want you to live a life of abundance and do all the things that you want to do. Make money, take trips, develop good friendships, long bonds, all that good stuff. But if you're following the wrong people, you are headed in the wrong direction. This is the Poor Black Man, y'all. I will see you on the next one. Peace.